All right, so I'm obviously a little late to the party here, but a lot of my followers asked me to watch Coffeezilla videos about like the Save the Kids scam and everything, because it's disgusting. You know, it's you know, first of all, it's advertising cryptocurrency to kids, but then also it's advertising cryptocurrency with the intention of pumping and dumping, and all these people have to do is show that they didn't sell their stake in the cryptocurrency and that it was just a genuinely bad business move. That's all they need to do. And they're completely innocent. That's all they have to do. Because here's the thing. They put themselves out there saying that they're ambassadors for the Save the Kids currency, which gets people to be more charitable when they hear it's about charity, especially kids. And then it seemed like they were like, hey, everybody invest. Everybody invested. They dropped all their stock. They plummeted, but they got, or stock, whatever, investment, and they made a bunch of money off of it. All they have to do to show us that that's not true is show us your bank statements. That's it. Or whatever statement you'd have to show that you still have the stock. Because if you're willing to ride it out through the storm, that means that you genuinely believed in it, and that you just made a mistake. But they also pulled down all their tweets about it. So all this whole thing that they're suing him is insane. I hope that they do. I'll donate money to this Coffeezilla guy. I have no problem with that. Show us. This needs to be the no public narrative. Show us the receipts, Rice Gum. You stupid fuck. And Faze. Oh, but wait. They're all... The people on Faze are getting kicked off there for what? Because they were associating with this cryptocurrency. Wow. It's almost like the speculation is probably true. Let's watch.
Faze Clan has suspended 3 members and booted one entirely over their involvement in a shady pump and dump cryptocurrency scheme.
We've remained in contact with them, and we've asked them, like, well, I have personally asked them, yo, where's the response? Why have you guys not addressed this yet? What is going on?
Do not believe what you're hearing online.
If you don't know who Coffeezilla is, man, this dude
there he is right there.
Goes into the trenches.
The people behind this coin, at least from what it appears to be, running a standard pump and dump is not only disgusting.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. This Coffeezilla guy is like really getting a name for himself. He's doing like a great thing here. He really collected all the information that like nobody else seemed to have, you know? It's good for him.
But it actually makes me sick to my f***ing stomach.
Why is he listening to the influencers telling him you need to change the thing that's preventing this from being a scam to 1 minute, thereby making it a scam?
And Faze K's not innocent, but there are a lot of other people that are guilty.
Dude, fucking Keemstar, really? Like, I mean, I always get a sourpuss every time I see this stupid asshole. I mean, didn't this motherfucker also do the same thing with some other cryptocurrency? And isn't he also a rape apologist? And isn't he also like just a scum fucking loser asshole piece of shit? Like, and isn't he just a fundamentally bad person with absolutely no fucking like cognitive functions, right?
That there is like some type of mastermind here. Who's the name? Tell me.
I just want to push Keemstar off his chair, dude. I just don't like him, bro. He's a fucking loser.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't plan on talking to you guys until my next installment on Save the Kids because this story is not over. I don't know if you guys remember how he left it, but we still don't know who the true mastermind is. But in this new video that I've been working on,
it was me.
I've been digging deep to unveil
That's why I'm
the
so
truth
rich
about Save the Kids. And I think we found most of it. I teamed up with some ordinary gamers to look closely over the blockchain to find out who's truly responsible. In fact, he just uploaded...
Bro, not for nothing, but this guy looks like shit right now. Like, he doesn't look that terrible, but he looks like he's a little off his game here. Probably because of all the stress that he's getting. I'm assuming he's getting sued because this is called Frazier K wants to sue me for the Save the Kids.
A 1-hour video exposing some of what we found, but that's not even all of it. And all I want to do is tell you guys that story, right? Tell you the story of how influencers with 50 million followers could be behind a coin called Save the Kids, which did anything but, and instead scam the fans who invested. Instead of that though, today I got something from our boy, Faze K. Sorry, Faze K. And after repeatedly reaching out to him for comment on the new evidence that I had found, I got this. This is a cease and desist letter from Frazier K's lawyers. Basically, they're saying, you know, we're going to sue you if you don't hold on, let's see here. If you do not immediately by the end of the day tomorrow at the latest publicly retract the defamatory statements and cease and desist from making other such defamatory statements in the future. Okay. Well, that tomorrow they're talking about is actually today, which is why I'm making this video to inform the boys at Frazier's law firm that unfortunately I'm going to miss the deadline, boys. Because even though, of course, I don't
this guy, there's no way that this guy couldn't raise the money for his own lawyer. I'll donate. What the fuck?
To get sued. This is nothing but bullying to try to get me to shut up about exposing one of the biggest crypto scams this year. And even though keeping my video up means apparently I'm getting sued for millions of dollars, they tell me, my conscience is clean. I'll happily fight this in court. And listen, I'm not going to hide behind lawyers here. Instead, I'm going to walk you through this absolute toilet paper. I'll show you the ridiculous bullying that these guys are trying to do to get me to shut up. And not only that, I'm going to let you in on a little secret opinion of mine that this lawsuit is a tactic to silence the new evidence that's coming out about K. He knows the kind of things that I have on him, and he knows it because I've been asking him for comment on it. And
if this was the only project you had been involved in, I'd believe you. But your involvement in Moon, Portal, Safe Galaxy, and others make me think otherwise. You've rugged almost all projects you've been part of. Wow, this guy seems to be like an additional worthless pile of shit. Holy fuck.
He hasn't been responding. Apparently, he's been prepping his lawyers to come at me instead. But that's going to backfire on him because today I'll be sharing a taste of that info with you, including a brand new Faze K wallet that nobody knew about. But first, let's deal with this little legal letter here. At the risk of boring you, I'll be posting the full letter on my Twitter account if you want to see it there. But I'll just be going over the most important parts here. We are the litigation counsel for Frazier Quadrati, aka Faze K. We write to you regarding your false and defamatory public statements about Mr. Quadrati since June 2021 and demand that you immediately retract them in as public a manner as you have made them. They go on to say that I've not only defamed Frazier K, they also say I've extorted him, which was news to me. Listen to this. They say, to wit, you wrote, K, I'm serious, man. This is our DMs, by the way. I guess asking for comment is extortion now. I'm serious, man. You got to start talking. We've found so much more on you, and if you keep hiding behind these ridiculous 2-minute statements, it's never going to work. If you guys don't know, I'm referencing...
That sounds more like advice than threats, bro. I mean, honestly, you got to come clean if you want to maintain your public stature. This is like the annoying thing about famous people is they feel like because they're famous, just because if they do a bad thing and you expose that like, oh, the fact that you're no longer going to be famous means that like you're getting defamed. And you are getting defamed, but it doesn't mean it's like defamation of character. You're just an asshole that got caught.
Referencing Faze K's response video where
like that's the biggest thing I hate about fucking celebrities is that they think they're beyond accountability, and it's because they usually are, which is fucking phenomenal and terrible.
He didn't say sorry and instead tried to play the victim. But hold on, we'll continue here. I said, not only that, we want to take down Pepper, but you staying silent isn't helping. Okay, here I'm discussing the fact most people involved in this investigation know Pepper's involved, and we know that Kay knows that.
Sam Pepper?
So we're looking for that evidence.
Sounds like a dickhead.
I'm just asking him, look, share that information with us. Now listen to this. They say, despite knowing that Sam Pepper...
I'm so ignorant to like a lot of online. This is Sam Pepper? Dude, what? Who the fuck? How do people like this get famous? This guy looks like Kimchi from fucking Kim's Convenience. I'm gonna look that up. Like, I don't understand how, like, I understand how this guy gets famous because he's pretty cool. He's a good, okay, you can't even see his hair, which kind of hurts it because it's all just, it's kind of missing the mark on my joke unless you know Kim's Convenience. So that's the unfortunate part here. But, like, how do people, like, God damn it, I'm really upset because I really wanted to show that would have worked out so much better. But, like, how do people like this get so famous? They're just a bunch of, like, fucking dorks, dude. They're just a bunch of dorks. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. I can find Terrence, but I can't find fucking Kimchi's hair. Like, Jesus Christ. This guy's a fucking dork, bro. How are people like this famous? We need to bring back bullying, bro. Honestly. Bully this guy. This guy looks like an asshole. This guy looks like a young, anorexic Jerry Seinfeld in this picture, but also bald. I don't know, bro. Just kidding. Don't actually bully people. That's terrible. But maybe we also could normalize bullying. I think that could be okay. I mean, bro, come on. Come on, dude.
Was the bad actor here, not Mr. Quadrati. Okay, so
Sam Pepper is an OG YouTube prankster. Now I remember who Sam Pepper is. Yeah, definitely we need to bring back bullying.
apparently
Isn't he the one that like would kiss girls? Right? Sam Pepper would like go around and kissing girls.
I'm asking for evidence on Sam Pepper being the bad guy while apparently knowing that Sam Pepper was the bad guy. And this constitutes extortion. So let me break this down for you guys at home. Asking for comment on new evidence saying, hey, because we had lost communication. He had just stopped responding to my messages. And I'm saying, look, we have new evidence.
Prank invasion,
you need to respond to it. It looks terrible, right? That apparently is extortion, according to Faze K. This demonstrates your malicious intent and willingness to report false facts to comport with what you perceive.
A false fact isn't a fact, just by definition. False information would be what you'd say. The fact that they use the term false facts suggests to me that they know that they're facts. Because you wouldn't use the term false facts. You would say false information as facts. It's a legal document. You want to make sure you are as hyper-specific as possible. If we were having a conversation and you slipped up, I wouldn't be so like so intense on it, but this is a document that supposedly comes from a lawyer. Lawyers are literally, it is their job, it is in their lifeblood to be semantical about everything. Every word counts and every word matters.
As your best interest. Again, what do I know as facts? I'm asking Faze K for the facts on Sam Pepper, and I'm being told that's extortion, but that also I knew the facts that K won't provide me? Like... What are you talking about, dude? Here's the thing that pisses me off. This whole time they're saying, like, basically I'm purposely misleading people in order to, you know, get the craziest headline possible. But if that were true, I would have just said everyone involved was equally bad. I didn't. Instead, I went through everyone's wallets that I had and said, you know, how bad I thought it was. Faze Jarvis, Faze Nikon, not as bad as Faze K, right? Faze Tico, I've publicly exonerated because I had a look at his wallet. He talked because he's innocent, and it was proven that he hadn't sold his SaveTheKids token.
There you go. That's all you need to do to prove it. That's all you need to do. Look at that. This guy, that's it. Boom. This is one of those things where, like, either way, it was irresponsible for this individual to promote this cryptocurrency. But the fact that he stayed in on it shows you that it was a genuine mistake and that it wasn't supposed to be malicious. That's one of the biggest things. If you're willing to fight for it, even though it fails, you go, all right, asshole, you fucked up. Don't promote cryptocurrency because you're an idiot, but you don't deserve to have your platform taken away at all because, like, you just made a bad mistake, and mistakes are okay.
So if what they're saying is true and I'm looking to promote myself and your videos rather than conducting a factually supportable and careful review of the truth as any reputable reporter would have done, I would have just thrown everyone under the bus. Instead, I pointed out the people who had a habit of pumping and dumping, and I pointed out the people who didn't. And all the while, I asked everyone for comment because, of course, in a case that is this serious, I have to ask you, is there more information of this story? They also tell me that I made, among other, attention-grabbing, false, and defamatory statements about Mr. Quadrati. Let's take a listen. Mr. Quadrati, aka K, engaged in malicious selling, is what I said. Yeah, I'd actually say that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you talking about? You sold SaveTheKids, which you were an ambassador of, in 24 hours. How is that not malicious selling?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be an ambassador of
Sus.
a charity token, and you sold everything in 24 hours. They
Oh,
also
so it
said-
was found out that he did sell. So this is an objective proof he sold. Scum fuck. This guy's a loser.
I said he dumped all his kids' tokens immediately. Also true. But here's a good one. They also included a joke I put in my video. They said I said Faze K should be called Faze Rug, actually. Hey, that's a good joke. What I mean by that is that he not only sold SaveTheKids instantly, he has a history of doing that to every or nearly every project he gets involved in. You can check it for yourself on the blockchain, boys.
I thought the joke was that he should be called Faze Rug because people should stomp his fucking face out. I didn't think it was because of that. I would have never correlated the two.
And it kind of just
I thought it was still a funny joke under my understanding of the joke.
continues like that. But here's another one that's kind of important to talk about. They're apparently upset because I said it's all leading back to Faze K, which it was because Manny and Lucas, they're talking about Faze K, who himself is insisting, oh no, I didn't make any money, that he's the victim in all this. Okay, there, I'm just quoting what he told me. Again, because I asked him for comment, which I shouldn't have even done in the first place, apparently, because it's extorting Faze K. Sorry, I keep calling him Faze. Sorry, K I'm not trying to dig that in. It's just habit. They're saying I'm extorting K by asking him for comments. So the very fact that he got to
he's not a
say
Faze
in
member
my
anymore.
video that, oh no, I didn't make any money, and that he claimed to be a victim is because of this thing that I did, which is asking for a comment. So they conclude, we demand that you cease and desist. If you do not, Mr. Quadrati has instructed us to commence litigation against you and all those with whom you are acting in concert and or have been supplying you with false and defamatory information. Wow. Maybe some ordinary gamers, because we researched this thing together, so they might be hearing from this guy's lawyers too. Got a cease and desist, and they're saying that anybody who's helped work on this might be sued.
I mean, we'll have to take it to court, but that also means the discovery phase, and that also means whoever is really behind this and the true inner workings of Save the Kids is going to get exposed. And I have a pretty good feeling that it's not going to be good for the party that's suing.
They say, among other damages,
That's probably true.
Your false statements have caused Faze to terminate Mr. Quadrati's relationship with it, and Mr. Quadrati may as a result lose millions of dollars of revenue, and that's of course what they're suing me for. See, here's the thing. Their lawsuit is saying I caused this. I'm the guy responsible for getting K removed.
Decision Faze Clan. No involvement with our members' activity in cryptocurrency. We should only condemn their recent behavior, the trust and respect. Yeah, so they're just trying to distance themselves from the cryptocurrency scam in general. Like, regardless of whether it is a scam or it's just a bad play, they're just separating themselves. So, you know, even if, you know, suck it.
Faze Clan, because Faze Clan had no involvement with our members' activity on the cryptocurrency space. But you know who actually already admitted to this? Not me. I didn't say it. Faze K himself came out prematurely, you know, before I even had time to make my big video, and confessed to his altcoin thing. He said himself, it was irresponsible for me to speak publicly about coins without knowing more. Look, so you're admitting what you did. You got knowing more.
I'm just reading the bottom one. I'm really struggling with the fact that I let you all down, and more importantly, anybody whose trust I lost. My fans mean the world to me, and I wouldn't be where I am. Yeah, bullshit.
Look, so you're admitting what you did. You got you kicked out of Faze Clan. You know what I mean? Like, you promoting cryptocurrencies and rugging your followers got you kicked out of Faze Clan. I had nothing to do with it. I'm just the guy who caught you, along with my boys, some ordinary gamers, and barely sociable. Like, honestly, it's so insulting that he's implying here that Faze Clan can't do their own investigation. Like, it's an insult to your own company that you were just kicked out of.
I mean, I doubt that Faze Clan is going to do an investigation. Businesses are incredibly lazy. All that you're going to see is like, negative public attention. Let's do the bare minimum we can to, to save face. That's what they're doing. That's what we know all corporations do. I don't think it doesn't mean that like this guy is still the reason he got kicked out or whatever. The guy got kicked out for being a scum fuck. But they're obviously going to react so that they don't lose people, like they don't lose fame in general. They don't lose credibility in general, which is why they suspended some people and they decided to terminate that one guy, because obviously they found out that he must have done something so bad that he's just irredeemable. There's no way that there's ever going to be a positive association with that person. They
suspended other people, but they kicked you out, meaning they thought what you did was worse. And that's their decision. I mean, I didn't call Faze Clan telling them, what to do, right? They're making their own decisions based on what they want to do, and you're upset about it, and you're trying to blame me. But honestly, that's not a surprise, because Frazier failing to take responsibility for his actions seems to be a recurring theme. See, have you guys seen this video titled The Truth About Save the Kids? This was released by Frazier after a long wait.
Really?
Instead of bringing evidence, he brought a 2-minute video where he never apologized and said once again that he's the victim.
I know I haven't posted in a while, and there is so much that I want to say about what's happened in the past month, but because of legal reasons, all I'm allowed to say right
legal reasons.
I think maybe I'll watch that video myself a little bit later. Let's see what this...
Like suing me, I guess.
now is this. Please do not believe what you're hearing online. All of these people making videos.
This grown man crying. You're a fucking loser. You scam people and then you start crying on... dude, you're a fucking loser. You have no respect. It's okay for grown men to cry when it's okay for grown men to cry. But for you scamming people and you're crying because you're going to lose your job, you're a fucking loser, bro. If you didn't want to lose your job, you shouldn't have fucking scammed people. Like, it's so simple. You're a fucking asshole.
think that they know the truth and that they know who's responsible when they just don't.
Honestly, this thing is
Do you like that? Guys, I'm right. At the end there.
so embarrassing. He's saying he wants the truth out there, but he's tangled up in legal stuff while trying to tangle the people who are talking also up in legal stuff so they can't say anything. So he refuses to give any information to anyone, and he refuses to let anyone else get any information out. Otherwise, he might sue you. And I know that sounds bad, but let's give Frazier a break.
It's true. He's restricting everybody's conversations about this topic, and then he's going, I'm a victim.
He says he's found the guy responsible. There's one bad guy.
So we've uncovered significant evidence which confirms that a dishonest person abused his trust with me to scam everybody.
He's talking about Sam Pepper, but he's afraid to say his name. Now, this is a predictable but ultimately futile decision to try to blame everything on Sam Pepper. Why? Not because Sam Pepper's innocent. He's definitely not. I've known he's not. I've been asking Frazier for information to confirm that, by the way, for a long time.
Yeah, see, like, that's the thing, right? So that's one of the things that I think that, like, we have to consider. If this guy truly was framed by Sam Pepper, his best option to not to go forward, to exonerate his name, is to work with, like, this guy here, Coffeezilla, and then some ordinary gamer, and he mentioned somebody else. That would be your play. That would be the play to make. But he's not doing that. Because he's not trying to do the right thing. He's trying to do the thing that makes him get the most money. He's trying to do the most financially lucrative scenario. He could probably get his trust back if he would have just worked with this guy and be like, yeah, you know, it was this guy. I got manipulated. But his history looks terrible because what does he do? He's constantly doing shit like this.
The reason it's stupid is because Sam Pepper and Frazier have been running around in crypto doing these scams for a very long time. And they run in a lot of the same circles. In fact, I'm about to show you one of these scams right now live. And mind you, this is 10% of what I have. I had to put this video together in one night because I have to respond to this before apparently they're going to sue or whatever. So just so you guys know, this is 10% of what we got. And this will directly contradict Frazier's little...
That makes sense as to why he hasn't posted in like a week. He has to be putting together another video. There's no way he's not. Because it seems like he posts a couple times a week. He seems to be taking a slight break. And that has to be because this guy is like working on some new shit. I would not doubt that at all whatsoever. That makes perfect sense.
Goofy theory that Sam Pepper, abused his trust and that, K didn't know what was going on, right? Like, how has he been involved in this stuff before? No, he's just an innocent, naive crypto investor. So let's talk about Moon Pug. Moon Pug was yet another scam where the developers had most of the liquidity and people got rugged pretty quick. In fact, this scam was so bad that even Sam Pepper himself felt bad about what he did to his fans. He said in a tweet, "Yesterday, I spent all day hyping up the fact I was going to promote tweet a token and I effed up. I chose one that was pre-sale thinking people would like that they are getting in early. But instead, this made it unfair. After it went live, people saw the devs held huge wallets. This was stupid on my part not to check this and left people feeling like the project was a scam." So this thing was so sleazy that even Sam Pepper is like, yikes. Now, with that background on Moon Pug, pay attention to this avatar. That is something called a shadow people. Sam Pepper promoted these NFTs. You know who bought one of these NFTs? Take a look. Faze K, new verified shadow people collector. And just underneath it to verify it even more, Faze K responds with the devil
shadow
emoji.
Person.
Quite appropriate.
Shadow person sounds a little racist. I'm just going to be honest with you. And it's weird that a bunch of fucking non-black people are buying shadow tokens. Am I right, guys? Pretty racist. Sounds like internet blackface.
You guys should be familiar with the rest of this process. Using this NFT number, I just cross-check the time of sale.
It's a joke.
And find out who owned it at the time. That would be this wallet right here. Now all we have to do is cross-check the BSC scan, go to the BEP20 token section, and
thank you so much for the
boom.
subs, by the way. I'll get to it after this segment's over.
See, he participated in Moon Pug. He got money from the deployer wallet, meaning he was involved before the public could be. And what did this guy do when he got loaded up with tons of Moon Pug? Well, he dumped it as fast as he possibly could. In a little over 4 hours, this guy got rid of all his Moon Pug, which means that if we go to the day of launch, we can watch as Frazier dumps his coins. Here's the start of the sale. He gets in early, it pumps really high, he sells off. Hour 2, hour 3, hour 4, and by this hour, he's out. Now remember that as we zoom out. This guy got in around here, sold all the way here, is completely out of the coin, and of course, everyone gets wiped out. And the truth is, the amount of money he made wasn't trivial. I went transaction by transaction, finding how much money he made each time. He kept trading for 10 wrapped BNB with a total of 20 out transactions. That means he made about 200 BNB, which at a BNB price of $523 means he made about $100,000 off of selling this Moon Pug in the first few hours. This is
Jesus Christ, dude. Sorry, guys. About to pump and dump. Pop a coin. Just kidding. No one would buy it anyway.
why I'm so sick of Frazier claiming to be naive. Naive people don't know how to rug a coin. Naive people usually don't have multiple wallets. And naive people...
Honestly, if I made a pop a coin, I would never sell it, even when it became worthless, which it would inevitably become. I would just keep it just because I think it was cool.
Sure as hell don't know how to make $100,000 from a pre-sale of a shitcoin. So, in conclusion, I want to close this by saying that, in my opinion, Kay, you are a self-serving hypocrite. You claim in your response video that you just want to help people and get to the bottom of this.
And one way I can pay that forward is by making sure that this con man gets the justice that he deserves.
But that isn't true, is it? In reality, you're trying to sue people who are investigating this whole thing, all the while claiming you're going to do your own investigation.
We're conducting a very thorough, independent, and aggressive investigation.
How could it be independent? You're like one of the main guys. Yo, I know I was accused of this, but I'm going to investigate it independently. What? And how's it aggressive? You didn't do anything until we made videos about it and you got in trouble. And look, I get it. You're upset. You got caught and now you're trying to use your vast resources to shut up the people who are looking into what you've done.
He's better off just saving his money from the lawyers and just walking away. And just retiring early. Because no one's going to give a fuck about this guy.
And meanwhile, you're not responding to comment. And if anyone asks for comment, you say they're extorting you. But in my opinion, the people you're really betraying here is not me. It's your fans, right? Like, the least you could do is apologize to them for what you've done. And you haven't done that, right? Like, not once during this thing does Kay apologize. He doesn't say sorry. Instead, he throws Sam Pepper under the bus, which... I'm not saying Sam Pepper's innocent. He even could be the mastermind. As I said a week ago, we don't know, right? I'm looking into it. I'm asking everybody. But let's not pretend that Kay and Sam haven't been involved in the crypto game for a while now. So I'm going to close this video by addressing Kay, I guess. Look, no puny lawsuit threat is going to make me stop investigating and getting to the truth of this. And the reason for that is because I know all you have is money. You have piles and piles of money. No one's disputing that. Clearly, we just, But what you don't have is the truth. Because if you did have that, you'd be standing up loudly, talking to anyone who would listen. Instead, anyone who asks you questions is apparently extorting you. So, I don't know. That's all I basically have to say. Good luck throwing your piles of money around. And in the meantime, I'll just continue my investigation. To everyone else who's out there listening, quite dramatic. I apologize. I hope that I can just get back to work, keep investigating, and I'll be presenting you guys with a new video exposing the truth about Save the Kids very soon.
Yeah, man, I fucking feel kind of bad because watching this guy, I've only seen like one of his other videos, but I've scrolled through some of his stuff, and he's usually pretty well dressed and whatnot. He looks like a little shambled. He looks a little stressed in the face. I feel like bad, but if it does keep getting pushed, I'm sure a bunch of people, myself included, will donate to him for like a lawyer. So, hey everyone, if you liked that video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow my Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and TikTok. All links are in the description. Also, check out my Patreon if you'd like to support me even more than you already do. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all.